Hello viewers, today my topic for the lecture is historical development of sitar and the various parts of sitar. Sitar is the most popular stringed instrument of northern India. It has been so widely acclaimed in the modern age as veena was in the ancient period. As the singing style Khyal gradually came into prominence and took the place of Dhrupad, similarly sitar replaced veena and has remained the most popular stringed instrument in Hindustani music in the modern period. Not only in India, sitar carries an important place in popularization of Indian music in the foreign lands. Used throughout the Indian subcontinental, the sitar came to be known in the western world in the late 1950s by the great sitar maestro Pandit Ravi Shankar. Nowadays, sitar is a well-known instrument in America and other European countries as it is in India. Now, let us know the origin of sitar. Sitar in its present form is said to have developed since 13th or 14th centuries. In the book Bharatiya Sangeet Vadya, the great musicologist Dr. Lal Mani Mishra traces the origin and development of sitar from Tritantri veena. Not irrelevant to mention that in ancient times there were many kinds of veena instrument, and one of those was known as Tritantri veena, which means the instrument having 3 strings on it. According to this opinion, gradually Tritantri veena was transformed into sitar, while according to another opinion, it was Saptantri veena, which took the shape of sitar. Saptantri, which means having 7 strings, was transformed into Satar and later on came to be known as sitar. So, we can say that there are different views or different opinions regarding the originator veena of sitar. The most common belief regarding the origin of sitar is that this instrument was developed by Hazrat Amir Khusro, a celebrated Persian poet and musicians who came to India during the rule of Alauddin Khilji. In the words of Raja Sir Surendra Mohan Tagore, which he mentioned in his book Universal History of Music, that Amir Khusro is reported to have given the name of sitar to the Tritantri veena of the old classic days. It is believed that Amir Khusro invented this instrument combining Tanpura and Tritantri veena and first named it Sitar, which also means 3 strings. Originally, this instrument was having 3 strings on it, and the number of pardas, that is frets, was 14, but slowly and gradually the number of strings increased to 7 and the number of frets, that is pardas, were exceeded to 16 to 24. However, there is no physical evidence of sitar till the time of collapse of the Mughal Empire. The great scholar of modern age, Acharya Kailash Chandra Dev Brahaspati, too does not consider sitar to be originated in 13th or 14th centuries. According to him, sitar has its origin in the 19th century by Khusro Khan and not by Amir Khusro in the 13th or 14th centuries. Khusro Khan, who traces back its origin to Mian Tansin's son-in-law Mishri Singh or Nobat Singh, was the father of Firoz Khan, popularly known as Adarang. This Khusro Khan has said to have developed this instrument. Later on, his grandson Masjid Khan popularized Masjid Khani Gats on sitar. It is quite possible that being the similarity between the names of Khusro Khan and Amir Khusro, all confusion arose and the credit for the origin of sitar has been given to Amir Khusro. Anyways, we leave this topic aside for the researchers for further investigation. Whosoever the originator of sitar is, but this is undoubtedly true that sitar is the most popular stringed instrument of the modern age, and the playing style of sitar have gone to par excellence. Late Ustad Vilayat Khan Sahab developed Gaiki Ang on this instrument, and Pandit Ravi Shankar has developed Tantrakari Ang and popularized this instrument beyond limits in the Western world. It is a matter of proud to mention that today there are number of good artists of both the popular styles of sitar in India as well as in the foreign lands. Now let us head towards the second part of the lecture, which is about the various parts of sitar. Before I describe the various parts of sitar, I have to make one personal request. I hope the viewers will excuse me for not sitting in a proper posture of sitar. The reason being that I can't fold my legs because of an ill-fated accident which I met several years back. So now over to the various parts of sitar. Various parts of sitar are tumba, tabli, dand, ghuruj, gulu, tar, atti, targahan, manka and parda, etc. Now I will explain these parts of sitar one by one. So first of all, tumba. Tumba is the main, you can see this part is called tumba. Tumba is the main biggest part of sitar, which is very visible at the first glance and is called tumba or gourd. Tumba or gourd is the sound box or a resonator of sitar. Actually, tumba is made of gourd, a special kind of vegetable from the pumpkin family, which is dried out, and its shell is used for making sitar or other alike instruments. So this is extremely delicate part. You can see this is extremely delicate part and must be handled with care. In some sitar, there is a secondary resonator or tumba, which is smaller in size and fixed near the top of its neck. Here you can see I don't have this tumba or gourd in my sitar. This is made of either gourd or wood or metal. This is an optional tumba. Some musicians add it, but some of the sitar players do not add it, as I don't have this tumba in my sitar. So next part is tabli. You can see this part of sitar is called tabli. Tabli part of sitar covers the main gourd or tumba like a lid, on which the bridge, this is the bridge, on which the bridge of sitar is placed. Tabli is made of wood, actually teak wood, but nowadays some other kind of wood may be used for making tabli. Tabli is actually the soundboard which determines the tone of the instrument produced by the sitar strings. So the wood of tabli has to be perfect, neither too thin nor too thick, in order to have the proper sound. Although some decorations like this, some decorations are done on the tabli, but these decorations or the carved designs do not affect the sound quality. The next part is dandi or dand. This is dandi or dand of sitar. This is the long neck of sitar, which is connected with the main gourd from here. This part of sitar is made of wood. Actually, this neck is made of two pieces of wood, and the inside of the neck is hollow, you can see. Dand or neck is used for fretting. These are the frets or pardas, used for fretting, and the fingers move freely on the frets to produce sound. Hence, it is also called as a fingerboard. Gulu. The next part is gulu. This part is called gulu. Gulu is a wood joint that connects the tumba and the dand, that is the gourd and the neck of sitar. Although this part does not command much attention, yet this is one of the most important parts of the instrument, because this is the place where the thumb of the right hand is placed for striking the strings or for playing the sitar. The next part is ghuduch or ghodi, which is the most important part of sitar. This is actually ghuduch or ghodi. This is the most important part of sitar. This is a bridge of the instrument made of ivory or deer horn, but because of its high cost of rare availability, often camel bone is used as a substitute for ivory. Nowadays, synthetic material is also common as well. There are two bridges in sitar. You can see this bridge and underneath this bridge. There are two bridges in sitar. One is called Bada Ghuduch. This is the Bada Ghuduch, which is used for playing strings, and the other one is smaller in size. This is, you can see it. This is called Chota Ghuduch, which is used for holding the sympathetic strings or tarab or taraftar. The flat surface of the bridge, this is the flat surface of the bridge, this is called jiwari. This gives the sitar its distinctive sound. All the sitar players have their special type of jiwari. Some like it open or khuli jiwari, which helps in producing buzzing sound. Some like it medium jiwari, but some other like it closed or band jiwari, which produces no buzzing sound at all and sounds very good when performing in front of microphones. Next, the main part, these are the strings of or the tar of sitar. Tars are the strings of sitar. There are usually 7 strings on sitar. When we strike the string and the sound is produced like this. 7 main strings or playing strings are rested upon the main bridge of the sitar. This is called ghuduch, and these strings are rested upon ghuduch. On one side, these strings are tied with keel or mogra at the bottom of the gourd, and with the khuntis or the pegs on the other side after passing through atti or tar gehen. Apart from these main strings, there are 11 to 13 sympathetic strings also, which are rested upon the bridge or chota ghuduch, which are also tied with special kind of khuntis or pegs. These are khuntis for the sympathetic strings, which are called taraftar or tarabtar. These are not actually played, but vibrate whenever the corresponding note is played on the main string like this, and enhance the melody of the notes. The next part is keel or langot. This is also called mogra. As stated earlier, this is a very small peg at the bottom of sitar gourd. You can see at the bottom of the sitar gourd, this is keel or langot. This is the part on which the sitar strings are fitted over for stringing the sitar. Atti and tar gehen. These are the two flat strips you can see here. These are the two flat strips made of bone or nowadays of other synthetic material. These are fixed on the upper side of the neck. Atti is one piece for stringing the sitar on which the sitar strings are rested upon, and tar gehen or tardan is the other strip with the holes in it. You can see this one strip is atti and the other is tar gehen. After resting upon atti, the strings pass through these holes of tar gehen to tie up with the khuntis or the pegs. The next part is khuntis. These are the khuntis of sitar. Khuntis are the turning pegs. There are 7 large khuntis or pegs you can see for the 7 main strings, which are fixed on the upper side of the sitar neck or dant. When stringing the sitar, the strings are tied with keel or langot here on one side at the bottom of the gourd, and then resting upon the main bridge, and then on atti, and after passing through targan are fed through the holes of khunti. Then the khuntis are turned and the strings are tuned properly. Apart from these main khuntis or main pegs, there are small pegs numbering 11 to 13 for sympathetic strings. These are the khuntis for sympathetic strings. While tightening or loosening these khuntis or pegs, the strings are tuned while turning these pegs. Mankas. Mankas are the tuning beads which allow the fine tuning of the main string. Generally, the strings are tuned with the pegs or khuntis. Then the minor adjustment in the pitch is to be done with these beads or mankas. You can see here these beads. We can say the strings are fine tuned by sliding these beads without having to go to the large pegs or khuntis. These beads are made of ivory or glass or in a plastic material also. Mankas are in a variety of shapes like round, flat, or of bird shapes like peacock, sparrow, and swan, etc. These mankas are threaded almost in each string just below the bridge and sometimes on the upper side here on the neck too. Pardas. Pardas are the metal frets which help in placing the fingers on sitar to produce the correct notes like this. There is a parda for every note in sitar like this. These pardas are 19 to 20 in number and are tied with the neck of sitar or the dand of sitar with a high quality thread or fishing line called tant or tandi. You can see this is tant or tandi. Frets are little raised instead of being flat so that the sympathetic strings or tarabtar can run underneath these curved frets. Although these pardas or frets are held firmly in one place, but are movable and may be adjusted to correct the pitch. There are two pardas of Rishabh and Dhavat Shuddh. This is Rishabh and this is Dhavat Shuddh that are moved and are when we are to play any rag, vidre or dha, komal like this, these pardas are moved slightly. Rishabh and Dhavat are movable pardas. To sum up, we can say that sitar is the most popular stringed instrument of northern India. Not only this, sitar has played a very vital role, or it has played a very important role in popularizing Indian music in the Western world. Thank you.